All right, we've got your notes here for scientific method. As you're watching this video, you may pause and take notes. You should be on a new page in, well, the next section of your notes. So you have your notes notebook out. After the notes we did on the microscope, let's go ahead and label this scientific method. The first step of the scientific method is to state the question. Before you start investigating, what is it that you want to know in an experiment? After that, after you state a question, perform background research. Do a little bit of investigating. Investigate studies that are related to your experiment. We want to make sure we research a little bit, and then we go to the next step, which is form a hypothesis. So after you've asked your question and you've researched a little bit, you want to write down what you think will happen, or what you think is the answer to your question. Next, we could collect data or test the hypothesis. This step sometimes is also called perform an experiment. Here we're trying to find something new. After that, we analyze the data. This usually involves making graphs. So we look at the data, look at the graph, examine it, study it. Do we notice any trends or patterns? What does that tell us? Finally, after completing the experiment and analyzing the data, we form the conclusion, which is the summarization of the results of the experiment. So what is it that you found in the experiment? So these are the steps of the scientific method. If you remember from the beginning of the semester, we watched the video with the spiders. When we watched the video with the spiders, we learned that the scientific method really doesn't go step by step. We can bounce around from step to step and come back and forth. We might have to repeat something and start over, but here's basically the steps. So after you take these notes, I want you to go to Quizlet.com, and if you haven't already been there yet, go ahead and create an account. Sign in with Google is what I usually do. And you need to make a set of flashcards. So each one of these steps of the scientific method should be on a flashcard. So you can put, well, there's several ways you can do it. You could put step 1 on one side, and then next to it put state a question. Step 2 on one side, and the other side perform background research, etc., etc. After you do that, do another, continue on with one side state a question, the other side a question of what you want to know in the experiment. One side perform background research, and the other side investigate studies related to your experiment, etc., etc. We'll talk tomorrow about how we can upload these to Canvas, but for today, go and create your Quizlet account if you haven't already done so, and then create a study set. When you're finished with the study set, you need to click create, and we'll see you in class tomorrow.